What's up, everybody? It's the Florida Man Airgun channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Oneleaf AI NV400 Commander. This one comes standard with 30mm Picatinny rings with Picatinny rails on top, which is really nice. You can mount anything forward or backwards. This one has the built-in rangefinder, and when you get the built-in rangefinder, it's like 670 bucks. It's according to what size memory card you get inside of it and everything. But without the rangefinder, this thing's 499 bucks. You can't beat that for a night vision scope. It has 7 different reticles, 4 standard reticles, 2 MRAD, and 1 MOA. I'm using the MOA, and for right now, I'm going to use first focal plane on this test to show you guys how it works and everything. Has picture-in-picture mode, has a little box up top to really zoom in and concentrate on it. The rangefinder is up to 1,300 feet, 437 yards. That's the detection. It has a little bit of everything. And this is for daytime use. And during the night, you flip this up to let all the light in. During the day, you want to flip this down because it doesn't need that much light, and this helps choke some of that out. And you can even remove this if you don't need this. If it's too much, you can remove that for less light saturation or more, and then you screw it back on like so. What I like about it is it looks like a standard rifle scope. You can use 50mm batteries or 65mm batteries, and this is the standard 18650 battery, and this is the 18500As, and this is the 50mm cap. So it allows you to use a multitude of batteries in this thing. And the IR has low, medium, and high mode, and you can really pull it in or push it out and concentrate that beam. If you're doing a far shot or a near shot, you could really flood the area with IR light. And this uses Sony Starvis technology, which is backlit pixelated technology. Really works good in low light conditions. So enough talking. I'm going to show you guys a few things that's in the box in a little clip, and we're going to get to shooting. I'm going to do day mode, starry mode, which is low light, twilight mode. You don't have to use the IR with it. It's kind of like a pink colored or a red color screen. And then I'm going to do some nighttime shooting with the IR. Alright guys, filming at 4K, 120 frames per second. And we're going to hit some sodas out here at 50 yards. It's Jared's favorite soda, the doctor prescribed red top soda that everybody loves. Using some 55 grain Tony FL tremor slugs. Let's get to shooting. And this is using the sunshade for the front to really drown out that light, because this thing does not like bright lights at all. You have to use the sunshade. Let's get the one off the top of the bear's head there. Hit it with a little bit of zoom. Trying to put it right through the label. Love shooting those sodas. Just so people know, those are expired. Alright, let's do a mag change. I'm going to show you guys how it zooms out to 100. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Do a little hold. Oops. Do a little hold there. Hit. Really like the ballistic calculator on this thing. What's a shame is the picture-in-picture doesn't record on this scope. I guess the Gen 1 version of the NV400 Commander. Ooh, I missed that shot because I was talking. The first version of this, you could record your picture-in-picture shots. Alright, let's go to 60 yards there. Let's go for a headshot. A little low because these slugs are a bit heavier than the Griffins. Let's go for a headshot this time. There we go. 70 yards, 75 yards. Alright, I'm out of slugs. Just gonna do a quick little zoom in, zoom out. Just so you guys can see, I'm gonna pop the sunshade off. See, it really affects the quality. Kind of makes everything white really bright. And then when you flip it down, you can see my white plates don't have that glare coming off of them. Again, with the sunshade, without the sunshade. See, it has a weird glare to it. Alright, when I come back, we'll be filming in twilight, which is near dark, without the IR. Alright, this is starry mode, and it is in 4K 30 frames per second. It has the orange color screen. This is the low light, or hardly any light, that you would use before you use your night vision, so you can conserve your IR battery. So, as you can see, there's some wind kicking in. I got a storm moving in here. So we're gonna film this. We're gonna shoot a couple of mags. I got some more of Cowboy's favorite sodas out there. Let's just start picking them off. Enough talking. Let's show this scope perform. But yeah, and here, I'll zoom out to 100 yards really quick. Mosquitoes are horrible even though the wind's blowing. Alright, let's pick these sodas off. Let's get the one on top of the bear's head here. These mosquitoes are carrying me off and it's windy. I don't understand that. And again, you want to use this in low light situations to where it's like dusk or early dawn hours. And it's not having a problem picking these sodas up at all. I got two more. Then we'll go out to 100. Did that load a slug? Yeah, the last slug. And you can hear, if this mic's sensitive enough, there's a kind of a ball game or ball practice, and there's sirens and all kind of stuff going on. Perks of living in the city. I hit this little plate. that's all the sodas. Let's show the rangefinder at 100 yards. These mosquitoes are making me swat and be unstable. Well, that's bouncing off. There it goes, 99 yards. There's some bushes in between here and there, and sometimes there it goes, 99 yards. Okay, so it's telling me to hold right about there. Hit. Just so you know, here I'm gonna turn the rangefinder off. Hold again. Hit. And the ballistic coefficient is set for 52 grain Griffin slugs, and Donnie FLs are still working with the rangefinder. I really should have brought a thermocell out here, guys. And the starry mode works really good at longer distances too. Really has its advantages. It saves your IR, and with other night vision scopes with low light like this, you really kind of have to pick between day or night. Look at that group. Look at that group I'm shooting out there. That's 75 yards. It's a little bit fuzzy, but again, this is with no IR. Wonder what would happen if I turn the IR on with this. Oh, I don't have a battery in the IR right now. That'll be a later experiment. Let's get the mag out. All right. This is the nighttime. We're filming in 4K, 30 frames per second. Alright. This is the without IR. That's a low IR. Let me concentrate the beam for you. And you can move it around in the mount to where it's more centered. That's for long range shots. That's what you'll want to use at long range. It'll be more concentrated. But what I normally do is I put it right about there. You can still see a couple 100 yards. You can see eyes glowing and stuff like that if you need to. That's 100 yards out there where I'm pointed. I was talking to a fellow YouTuber, Air Shootist. You guys probably know him. He was telling me his picture-in-picture wouldn't record. It would show up in his viewfinder, but it wasn't showing up on his SD card footage. So I'm hoping mine shows up, because that's my favorite feature about this scope. But if not, we're gonna shoot some sodas at 50 yards. I think I got 4 or 5 rounds left in this rifle. I'm still on the reg. So let's do a little bit of soda popping. Wow, that one really took off. Let's take the one off the bear's head. I'm using Tony FL 55 grain slugs for the nighttime test. I was running low on my Griffin slugs. I need to save those for hunting. Alright. Pow. Alright. Let's see if we can hit out to 100. Look at there. And the distance for the IR on this, it says on the manual 437 yards. And I have some footage from the farm, and I think it's a little more than that. 75 yards hit, and I'm out of slugs. But this thing can see a little farther than what the specs say in certain situations. Out at the farm especially, because there's a lot of flat land out there, and sometimes the moonlight helps. But on a good dark night, this IR, the fields there are at least 350 to 400 yards across, and I can see across them with no problem. I'm really hoping to get some footage of the pigs at nighttime, and hopefully this picture-in-picture works, because that's awesome. Okay, so that's low IR, no IR, medium IR, no IR, and full blast IR. And you can really see the beam gets a little wider on full blast. It almost goes to the crosshair. I'm going to zoom to 100. It's a little fuzzy right this second. Let me mess with the front focus. That's about as good as it's going to get for nighttime. Oh, it's a zoom out a little bit. No, not in. Just wanted to give you guys a first comprehensive look at this scope. It's really worth what they're charging for it. I recommend getting the rangefinder because at nighttime with air guns, you absolutely need to know your range. It's very important. I'm going to turn the picture-in-picture off. Alright. So you can get a full screen view of the last little bit that I'm recording here. But yeah, this thing is really nice. And the first focal plane, when you zoom in, it really blows up for you, just like a regular first focal plane scope. There's going to be a link in the description for this scope and other scopes and night vision monocles that they have. They have a whole assortment of stuff. They have one that clips right onto a regular scope too. This is Florida Man Airgun Channel. You guys have a good night.